Hello and welcome to the recording of the Narrowboat Buddy app walkthrough. Here you can see the app. I'm just going to take you through all the major sections and how they work. So you can see we've got the different sections here. We've got the UK canals and rivers, we've got the rings, we've got the image gallery, we've got news, we've got the chat room, and we've got some links to follow us on social media. The main engine of this is the canals and rivers. So if we click into that, we can see in here so far we have a number of canals, and it's taken a fair while to get to this point. Each canal has different sections. I'll show you the difference. So if you look at the Ashby canal, they're more or less all got the same. So we've got canal by section, the essentials, maps and about. We're looking canal by section. On the Ashby there's one. If we look into essentials, we've now got facilities, towpaths, food shopping, pubs and the pub's key, and this is the same on all of the areas. If we go into something like the Grand Union, different animal altogether. So already you've got loads more areas here. You've got the main and then all the different branches and lines and arms off there. And if we click into here, you've then got the different sections and we got our essentials. So we'll go back to the Ashby because it's slightly more. In fact, no, I'm going to pick on a different one. I'm going to pick on the Llangollen. So we're in the Llangollen now. There's a warning at the start because at the one end it's very, very narrow, so it's worthwhile having a look at that. And we'll have a look at the canal sections here. And these two sections actually work and use the same search engine. So if we go into canal sections, and we'll try, let's have a look, Trevor Basin. So once you go into here now, the screen will change, and we have across the top here we have a whole list of things that you might need to find while you're travelling down the canal. So it's cafes, canal moorings, hotels, laundrettes, medical, post office, pubs, shopping, takeaway, fast food, train station and some walks. So if we just click in cafe here, you can see it brings up the listing, and all the listings at the moment are fairly generic. So we're going to click into that, and what that does, that will give you a Google map which we can interact with. It shows you exactly where it is and it gives you the address as well. And that is the same whether you're working on the canal sections or on the essentials. So if we look at the essentials, we'll look at facilities. So facilities, now we're looking at things like boat builders, boat sales, boat hire, yards, chandleries, where you can get coal, diesel, electric, gas, laundry, water, etc. And they're all listed across here. You just need to flick across and have a look. If you want to see the whole list, you use this filter icon and they've got them all there. If there's a down arrow, it means that there are different. So if we look for overnight moorings, you will then find all the moorings. So we'll look into one of those. Again, you get the map you can zoom into and you can find out exactly where it is, and it gives you an address. You can share that, you can favourite it, you can go out onto Google Maps if you need to, but there's no need to because you've got it all here. So if we go back now, and there's also a category key which you can see, which shows you. So there's loads and loads of different facilities that you can look at. And if we go back out and we go to essentials again, the difference here is the same works for food shopping and pubs and hotels, and I'll show you that in a minute. But towpath moorings at the moment is just a list, but they're all listed by bridge. So if you know which bridge you're at, you can find yourself a mooring. It tells you how long it is, and on some of them, does it do it on this? I can't see, but on some of them will also show the turning points as well. So if we go back to essentials and we'll go to food shopping. Now food shopping is slightly different in that it will show chandleries, local stores and supermarkets. So if we look at local stores, bring those up, and these are all the local stores. So we'll look at Wrenbury, and again you've got the map, you've got the address and a little bit more information. So that's that as far as using the search engine goes. It's fairly intuitive. If you have any problems, just jump onto our Facebook support group, which you can find a link on our Facebook Narrowboat Buddy page. We've got the canal rings, which will be coming eventually. We've got the image gallery, so there's some really nice images on here. And any images you send in will be added to that. We've then got the latest news. Inside news, there is, or there are 3 at the moment. Just waiting for this to load up. I'm on a computer, so it's a bit slower than normal. Canal stoppages, canal boat news, and feeds to read. So if we go into canal stoppages, which is what we were asked to provide because they're very useful, when this pops up, you'll see now that there is different there we go. So it gives you all the information about that there. Okay, so if we go back to the home page, we've got our follow links in there for our social media. And then we've got chat time. Chat time is the only area where you will need to create a profile. And this is so we can protect you from people being inappropriate. We can ban them. You can block them and ban yourself as well if you don't want them to be in. But inside here now, we've got several groups. We've got general, we've got interior design, we've got power electrics, living aboard, buying and selling, and photography. Or you can just say no thanks and pop back to the home page, or you click that button there. So if we look at one of these, I'm going to look at general chit chat. You can click on that and join it. And what it'll ask, because I'm already in this group, what it'll ask you to do is create a profile. And the profile is fairly straightforward. It doesn't take too many details. Just want a photograph, a username that comes up here, whatever you want to use. And if you want this to be public, you can do. So if we click on that there, I can go and see the profile, I can follow that person, or I can send a direct message. So it's quite useful. I've chosen to hide my email, as you can. What I like about the cut is obviously the peace and quiet. So you can do all that inside the chat. And you can see the members of the group by clicking up here, and that will just give a list of the people in this. So there's other people joined since I last looked at this, which is fantastic. Just need them to get interacting with it. The last thing I want to talk about is the plus icon here. The plus icon, if we click on that, this is where you can add content. And we've chosen to do it via our partner website so that all the content can be vetted before it goes live on the app. And also reduces the chance of anybody being spammed, people taking data, etc, etc. If you have a business and you want to advertise on the app, then you would click on that there. If you want to add a location, you can do that. Canal facilities, add a review, suggest an edit to the app or to the content. You can do all that in here. The very last thing I want to show you is this side menu here. So you can go and see the partner website. And again, it's got all the links you can do things in there. You can set up notifications in there, so you can choose what you want to be notified for. And there's a list of the canals, and that'll be added to obviously as we go through. And then, to go back to that again, you can set the app up, terms of use, ship logs, and delete account. It's as simple as that. So that's it. That's the Narrowboat Buddy app. We hope you enjoy using it. It's taken us a very long time to get to where we are now, and we're still adding canals over time in the hope to have all the canals and rivers that are navigable by Narrowboat on the app as soon as we can.